What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Fantasy Football Game Show presented by Front Yard Fantasy. I'm your host, Simon, here, as always, with my co-hosts, Josh/Jeff and John Luke JL. How's it going, guys?
It's going great, Simon. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm just realizing both of you guys have like two names that you can go by. People come in and say JL, John Luke, and you know who you're talking about. I just got Simon. Yeah, I need a second name.
We could call you like Simeon?
Poopy Butthole?
No. It's gotta come. It's gotta come naturally.
All right, fair enough. We'll figure it out soon enough. You know, it's gonna come.
That's my goal for 2020. Is
my goal for this week is to get Jeff shirts. Jeff's face, all on the shirt. That's all it is. No context.
This week?
It says Jeff. Yep, this week.
Okay. You know, the only way to get those in our hands this week is to buy some of that like iron-on transfer paper and some shirts, because otherwise we can't custom order shirts in time.
Listen,
but
if you got to put in the work if you want to make it.
You're right.
That's true.
It's all about the grind. And
I would totally wear a Jeff shirt.
Okay, it's in the works. NBA, what's up, NBA? Yo, FY.
What up, studs. NBA?
How you doing, man? I know you're excited to mock today. We'll see if you can put together yet another perfect team doing a 16-team draft.
It's amazing what you've done.
For those of you who are not aware, today is Mock Draft Monday. I've dropped the link in the chat. If you guys don't see it, I'll drop it again. But we are doing a 16-team Dynasty Startup League. Because we're constrained by time, we're actually only going to do the first 10 rounds of this. So your team may not look fully complete or fleshed out, but that's okay. We're just kind of getting the hang of what these first 10 rounds in such a big league would look like. Let me check how many spots we've got left. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots left. So we've got 11 teams in there already. We've got 5 spots left. If you guys want to join, we'll get this started in probably about 5 minutes. That way we can get it wrapped up, because this might be a long one.
I'm excited for this one. This is going to be different.
This is going to be different. This is going to be really different. I've done a couple 14-team leagues. I've actually never been in a 16-team league before.
Me either, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought we were. Oh, no, it was 14. The FSJ.
The FSJ was 14, yeah.
I've done another 14.
That was already bad. I feel like I would hate a 16-team league.
Did our other 14-team league, I don't know what happened, but I built like a team that would have been good in a 10-team league in the National Rosie League. That was that was weird. That team just all the pieces fell right.
Kareem Hunt,
Kareem Hunt and T. Higgins. T. Higgins was the other one in that league that like those two pieces showing up made my team like a great team. But in the other league, we struggled. The running backs, if you don't get a running back that works out for you in that RB2 slot, you're in trouble, man, in these bigger leagues, because it's going to be hard to get one off the waiver wire. Yeah. Spicy came in, said, "What's up? What kind of draft is it?" It is a 16-team Dynasty Startup League. And Schmidt
Dynasty.
How do I join? Schmidt 14. I have a feeling that's one of my cousins. But yeah, you can join using that link. It's on the Sleeper app. 16-team Dynasty Startup. We're only going to be doing the first 10 rounds. And since it's 16 teams, I know Jail's a little stressed about this already. It is 30 seconds per pick today instead of 60 seconds. So you got to be on your A game ready to go, because this draft's going to move fast. See, how many slots do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 slots left. We'll give it until about 2:10, 2:11 before we dive right in, JL. And then we'll get going on it. But NBA, I want to know, is there any NFL news that you guys want to talk about that we're intrigued by right now? Or running backs we're predicting?
I don't know exactly what he means by running backs we're predicting. I'm guessing he just means there's a lot of running back free agents and like where they're going to land.
I was about to say where they're going to go. I agree with that.
I mean, there was the story that came out last week about Chris Carson probably not getting signed or re-signed by the Seahawks. So, that probably hurts his value, because I think by far the best place for Chris Carson to land would be the Seahawks. But, I could see him. I would be really excited if he landed on a team that needs a running back, maybe the Steelers or the Packers if they get rid of Aaron Jones, like something like that. Man, he's going to be relevant.
Yeah, Seahawks. I think Mike Lupati, one of their offensive linemen, retired.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough.
That's
rough.
some news.
I mean, with Russell Wilson saying kind of went out too.
Yeah.
Can their offensive line get that much worse?
Not really. Well, it will. I guess.
Now he's 4-time Pro Bowler.
Yeah, he's definitely a very valuable part of their team. I think he's more of a run blocker. To this point, It hurts the running game there.
Yeah.
He asked, where's Gurley going? Honestly, I could see Gurley being done in the NFL. I really
He'll
could.
go somewhere.
Really?
He'll get signed somewhere probably, but
it's not that old.
It doesn't matter.
He does have
very old,
very meatball knees.
Yeah, he's got the arthritis in his knees. I don't know, the way the situation went down with the Rams and then the transition to the Falcons where he was like the starter. And then halfway through the season, they're like, you're done, Todd. And now we're here. We'll see.
I'm not, wherever Gurley goes, I'm not interested for fantasy at all. Not even a little bit. Like not even as a late round flyer, I'm not interested. I think he's done being like a consistent contributor for fantasy teams. Alex says Carson to the Bills.
That seems likely.
Yeah,
I heard a lot of rumors about it.
Poor RIP Zach Moss hype.
Oh
Z2 Fantasy wants to say, I think I'm between Josh and Simon. I don't know how to feel. I believe Josh is not drafting in this one, actually. So that might be Josh's brother in there.
Oh, yeah.
That you're between me and Josh's brother.
Josh is going to announce.
He's going to
commentate. Sorry.
I'll keep you guys straight, make sure I sum up the rounds. You know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
We got one spot left, guys. Just one spot. We'll see if that gets filled. What's up, Swamp? Said who dat? How's it going, man?
What's up, Swamp?
Welcome in, Swamp.
Man.
And Brady wants to know how about news of Gus Edwards? Are we full? We can go in a minute. Brady wants to know how about news of Gus Edwards probably getting re-signed. I think that means they're probably looking to do a little bit more of what they did this year with J.K. Dobbins' workload. Like Gus Edwards has been a solid contributor for them. I'm not saying J.K. Dobbins won't be the lead back in that offense, but I wouldn't expect him to get the full workload. It seems like they want to work Gus in there. Josh is the Ravens fan. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I mean, this hurts J.K. Dobbins a bit. Not to the point where I'm not interested in drafting him. I would draft him pretty early, top 4 rounds for sure. But this could put him behind those other rookie running backs from 2020. I'm talking about, Antonio Gibson, Cam Akers, those guys. DeAndre Swift. He might be the last of like those top tier 2020 rookies.
Is he already behind Gibson in your mind?
He wasn't. If they didn't decide to bring back Gus Edwards, which they haven't done yet, I would draft J.K. Dobbins before Antonio Gibson myself. There's a debate there regardless, but with Gus Edwards, if he does get re-signed, they're going to give him some work.
Yeah. I think if your expectations were that he was going to all of a sudden be a workhorse, then it probably hurts his value, but not for I think we'll have what we had this year, which is good. He was good.
Yeah. I think he'll be a very good running back, actually. Just maybe not great. I don't think he's going to be a number 1.
Yeah, and this is all just for next year. Dynasty, this doesn't change a thing for me.
Oh, yeah. Dynasty, I'll take him over Antonio Gibson, for instance. And that's still saying a lot.
Yep.
Yeah. They're a bit closer for me, but I still think I do take Dobbins. But yeah, this news doesn't help that for the immediate value. We do have the draft full, guys. And I want to say Detroit Beastie, Chris Robin is in here drafting with us. And David Mendelson was already talking some smack in the sleeper chat, saying he can't wait to crush him in this draft. So we got a squad drafting today. This is going to be fun. 16 teams, Dynasty. This is the first 10 rounds of a Dynasty league. So I know NBA in the past, whenever we've graded some of these teams, you're like, but they don't even have a quarterback. I think there's a good chance maybe 1 or 2 of these teams leaves without a quarterback. And that I'm not going to use that against them whenever we're grading these teams. But we'll see how it plays out. Just keep in mind, this is only 10 rounds of a Dynasty startup league that we're drafting today. If you guys are ready, JR, you've got the first pick. It's a 30-second timer today, just because we've got so many teams drafting. So I'm going to get it started, and you are on the clock. Where's the button to start it? There we go.
Will be on the clock.
There it is. And Swamp Nola said, in your opinion, what's the last good running back duo? I don't want to be biased, but Kamara and Ingram was goated. I think we just saw a great running back duo, though.
Chubb and Hunt.
Exactly. So that would be my answer. I bet it's your guys' answer, too. I'm not sure.
That's my answer as well.
Yeah, snuck in there and got it.
All right, the very first pick was Jonathan Taylor. Taylor's Dynasty League. Oh, can I not see the whole thing?
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey was first.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Let me see if I can zoom out a bit.
Jonathan Taylor was second, though.
No, that was that. Let me bring up the sleeper mock draft on my phone as well.
See if we can get that whole thing in there. There we go. Now the whole draft board's in there.
So the very first pick was Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, followed by Dalvin Cook, Saquon Barkley, and DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift at number 5. Holy crap. So
Nick Chubb at 6, then AJ Brown, the first wide receiver off the board. I know that is
running backs.
In a 16-team league,
crap.
though, I don't blame people for running back early. They're going to be depleted fast.
Me either.
Josh, what do you think about AJ Brown as the first wide receiver off the board?
Man, I couldn't do it myself, but I don't blame you. He's probably my favorite wide receiver right now in Dynasty. It doesn't mean I could draft him in that spot, but I don't blame you at all. He's man, what he was able to do last year, being injured most of the season, is so super impressive. I think he's going to be an elite receiver for years to come.
With a quarterback go at 9, Patrick Mahomes.
Patty Mahomes.
I am excited to see how his team turns out because
Or her team.
His or her. Yeah. Chiefs Schick 949.
I think that word is chick that you're looking for.
Oh, it's Chief Chick. Yeah, Chiefs Chick. Gotcha. Her.
Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill. Oh, I thought I was on the clock for a second. It's your brother.
It's your brother.
Brother.
Henry there.
I hate how big the stupid draft board is.
So stupid.
It goes on forever.
Man, 16 teams. This is different.
What do you guys think about our listener league next year? Not the Dynasty, but the redraft being a 16-team redraft league.
I think that sounds terrible.
I think it sounds like fun, but terrible at the same time.
I'm down for anything.
And
honestly.
there goes the first tight end. To just finalize the first round. Travis Kelce. Simon, I figured you would go there. I know you love getting Kelce on your teams,
especially in a 16-team league. I've got positional advantage against most teams now.
Now we've argued this in the past, but it's worth bringing up again. From my perspective, I think in a bigger leagues, the more number of people are in your leagues, the less the tight end position matters. Because a few others in the industry have said this: like you're facing less teams throughout the season who have that advantage on you.
Understandable, completely understand. And in a dynasty league, I don't want to ruin anything. There might be a different tight end I would pick first.
Yeah, I get that. I'm still putting I imagine I get 2 to 3 more years of Kelce as the clear number 1 overall tight end. If George Kittle hadn't had some injuries recently, then I think he would be my number 1. But that plus me still believing in Kelce for the next 2 to 3 years keeps him as my dynasty tight end 1. I have been going back and forth on it though. That one's really tough for me. Kelce or Kittle is dynasty tight end 1. That's one of the tougher questions for me.
I get it. Hey, I'm going to just sum up the draft so far for everyone. We got Christian McCaffrey going number 1 overall, followed by Jonathan Taylor, Dalvin Cook, Saquon Barkley, DeAndre Swift, Nick Chubb, AJ Brown, Alvin Kamara, Patrick Mahomes, Derrick Henry, Cam Akers, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, DK Metcalf, Justin Jefferson, and Travis Kelce to end round 1. And we're into round 2. Starting with 6 running backs again: Ezekiel Elliott, Josh Jacobs, J.K. Dobbins, Najee Harris, Aaron Jones, and Antonio Gibson. And JL is now on the clock. What are you thinking here, JL? You have 1 second.
I queued up, so that's good.
Cool.
Just make sure you turn auto draft off.
Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
Great place for Stephon Diggs right there, I would say.
So he was the 6th wide receiver off the board? I think that's reasonable.
I had a brain fart and did not the first round. I was just for some reason forgot it was Dynasty. That's fine. Derrick Henry's fine there, but
well, look, now I think if I were you, I'd probably focus this team on winning year 1.
That's true. Stephon Diggs, yeah.
So you would take Stephon Diggs over DeAndre Hopkins in a dynasty league, John Luke?
It's close. It's
I bet JL wouldn't, just because of his personal
I have attachments to both of them.
I was about to say he loves both of these guys.
Went to high school with Diggs. I went to college with Hopkins.
Wow.
Man, Beastie saying screw running backs in these first 2 rounds, and look at that wide receiver squad in a 16-team league. AJ Brown and DeAndre Hopkins.
That's sick.
I'm having some wide receiver envy already.
That
And
is nice.
Simon, we all know Simon loves to build his dynasty team starting with the wide receivers.
I do. That's my preferred method, but again, I've been trying other things out, so we will see how it looks. Swamp says, so y'all might have touched on this already, but where do y'all see how Mahomes' legacy goes from here? He's an amazing player, but he couldn't beat the best when it matters with this monkey on his shoulder for the rest of his career. I hate the idea that he's going to have to like top Tom Brady's records to beat Tom Brady. He's also like much less experienced. This was his second time in the Super Bowl. Like he's got plenty of time to build his own legacy standalone from Tom Brady's. And I'm not sure, like you could be the best player that's ever played in the NFL, better than Tom Brady, and not win 7 Super Bowls. Like it's not just that Tom Brady's right, exactly like Phillip Rivers or Case Keenum. You can be this like unbelievable player and never even win a Super Bowl. It's a lot more than just being the best quarterback in the NFL. So he'll develop his own legacy, and only people that are looking to hate on him will compare it to Tom Brady's and say he's a worse player because of this one matchup.
No, the quarterbacks aren't even playing against each other. That's not how it works. There's so many factors. It's not just they're not playing in a vacuum.
That'd be a fun twist.
That would be really fun. It's a good idea. Writing that down in my notebook.
Yeah.
Create a vacuum chamber for them to play in.
Mm-hmm. Man, look at all these running backs.
But yeah, I'm with Simon on that one. Patrick Mahomes, he'll develop his own legacy. He's amazing. He's gonna have it. No one will remember this in 20 years.
Man, George Kittle at the beginning of round 3 in a 16-team dynasty league. That's a steal.
I thought of it in the last round, but because of the number of teams, I decided to not go that route. But that's a really good value.
I think that's maybe the best value in the draft so far.
Absolutely.
Actually, the pick right after it is crazy value too. CeeDee Lamb right there in the 3rd round is nuts.
Derrick Henry at the 110 though, Simon?
Yeah, I'm going to pass on that one. I just think like, look at the difference between Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb here. And don't get me wrong, Justin Jefferson just set the world on fire as a rookie. But I'm not sure their value should be 16, 17, 18 picks apart in a dynasty startup league. That's a lot of players in between those two very talented rookie or wide receivers. They're a bit closer in my mind. Our second quarterback off the board, Kyler Murray.
And then just to sum up the second round again, we had Ezekiel Elliott followed by Josh Jacobs, J.K. Dobbins, Najee Harris, Aaron Jones, Antonio Gibson, Stephon Diggs, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Travis Etienne, DeAndre Hopkins, James Robinson, Miles Sanders, Michael Thomas, David Montgomery, Joe Mixon, and to end the second round was Austin Eckler. A lot of running backs there, boys.
It looks like people are starting to switch off running backs right now with only one going in this 3rd round so far. I considered Najee Harris there on the turn, but I have had a problem the past couple of years where I've just like overhyped all these rookies and overdrafted them. And I'm trying to correct that, not overvalue rookies in this league. Oh, Brady said, I know JL wanted T. Higgins. You got sniped, JL.
Dang it. I don't know if I would have taken him there.
It looks like you were a little bit upset about something. What was it, Calvin Ridley you wanted?
Oh, yeah. Calvin Ridley, I wanted.
Gotcha. No, T. Higgins, good value. I'd rather have Calvin Ridley's. And Chris Godwin's a good pick there. Terry McLaurin, he has a place in my heart. So I think that was a great pick, personally.
Thank you, Josh. I'm pandering.
Oh, Spicy said he missed the last spot in the draft because he had to update Sleeper. Damn it, man. No, next time.
Spicy.
Swamp wanted Ridley as well. It said Sleeper auto-picked for him.
Well, lucky you, man. Oh, never mind.
Kyler and
Kyler's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Mike Evans. Okay, let's see. Yeah. What you got, D. Mendy?
D. Mendy, good friend
starting with Tyreek Hill and Najee Harris. Where's he going to go here? Grab that second running back or pivot?
Ooh, Roberto.
Justin Herbert in the 3rd round.
Ooh.
I don't hate it. Just a reminder, guys, this is not super flex, but you get that quarterback advantage grabbing one of these guys a little bit earlier. I know JL likes to wait, especially the bigger the league, you like to wait longer on tight end and quarterback, right?
Not quarterback now. A tight end, yes. Because of the supply. There's less good tight ends than there are QBs.
No, Swamp, I know you wanted Ridley, but guess what? You got a good starting team here. You know, you got Kyler, you got David Montgomery, you got Devin Cook. Those are still work with us. It looks like about 6 teams went 2 running backs to start the drafts, and about
That's pretty surprising in
6
Dynasty
teams went wide receiver, running back.
because we've
4
done
teams.
Dynasty. We do these every week on Monday, and like I feel like sometimes the strategy just completely flips, which is it's good. That's what mock drafts are for. But it's funny. Like I feel like we haven't really had a Dynasty mock draft where the running backs have gone this heavy.
I think it could be because of 16 leagues, 16, your chance to get a running back.
Leagues.
I mean, the top tier running backs, they're pretty much gone for the most part, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was planning on like trying to fill out that RB2 slot right there, but it was Kareem Hunt or nothing for me right there. So I just passed for the time being. And I grabbed a rookie wide receiver. I've started diving into the rookie wide receivers a little bit, and this might change. He may not stay as like my number 2 guy, but for now, I think Rashad Bateman is my number 2 rookie wide receiver. So I grabbed him right there after Chase.
I like Rashad Bateman a lot. I think my number 2 is probably Devontae Smith.
Yeah, I don't blame you at all for that.
And I don't blame you for having Bateman there. So
and that very well could change as the season goes on. I'm just starting to dive into the rookies, but man, have I been impressed by Bateman.
Yeah. And I'll just sum up round 3 real fast. It started out with a steal of a pick, George Kittle, followed by CeeDee Lamb, Kyler Murray, Jamar Chase, Josh Allen, Calvin Ridley. Is that Javonte Williams?
Javonte Williams.
Yep. I can't really read. I should really maximize this. I'm glad it wasn't Jamal Williams. Yeah, Javonte Williams, T. Higgins, Chris Godwin, Terry McLaurin, Keenan Allen, Mike Evans, Justin Herbert, Allen Robinson, DJ Moore, and Amari Cooper. And we're in the 4th round. And John Luke, you're up.
Oh, no.
You have Terry McLaurin, Stephon Diggs, and Derrick Henry on your team. What do you think of that?
I was praying that Terry would fall to me there at the end of round 3, but
Terry at your pick.
Man, didn't happen. Brady said, I agree with Bateman as the wide receiver too, but I don't like taking him over Ayuk and Claypool. That's fine. I don't disagree with that necessarily. Claypool less so. Ayuk, I think I like more than Claypool, but I don't blame anyone for having those guys above Bateman.
And then Swamp said there's a gap in wide receivers now. I would say there probably is a bit of a gap. You could take your shots. There's some high risk guys that could certainly pan out, but I would say there's a bigger gap in running back now.
Yeah.
Chuba.
There's definitely
grabbing Mark Andrews.
About good plays for Mark Andrews. Kyle Pitts going off the board as this 3rd tight end.
I know that's. I wanted to bring that up because that was shocking in the moment. Then I got distracted.
Wow. I mean, I would draft Darren Waller above him, but I mean, honestly, after Darren Waller, like that's where Kyle Pitts comes into the conversation for me personally. Yeah, sure. I mean, Mark Ingram, he's right in that tier for me.
Mark Ingram. Is he transferring to tight end?
Mark Andrews and Hawkinson. He's right in that tier.
Yeah. C2 said 30 seconds got me. Did not want Russ. Yeah.
You know what? It's
30
all good.
seconds is hard.
30 seconds is tough, but we got to fit this whole draft in. So it's what we're doing.
DD said
lots of wide receivers. Sorry, go ahead.
Said too many wide receivers, actually.
I wouldn't know what you mean by that, actually. Like too many drafted?
I think so. I think he's saying it kind of corrected the other way. Like it was all these running backs, and then round 3 was like, wait, we need wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, too many wide receivers available still. That makes a lot of sense, yeah. And you're seeing them all go off the board now.
Spicy says people forget how great Waddle was before he got hurt.
There's a lot that goes into Waddle, though. I mean,
that's funny.
There's so much to evaluate there. It's I think he's a great talent. I'll be drafting him in the top 5 rookie wide receivers for sure, depending on landing spot. I wish we got to see a little bit more.
Brady says, can we talk about Lamar falling?
Lamar hasn't gotten drafted yet?
Nope.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Guys, I want to confess something. I've been like digging into a little bit more.
You say that you're not a Lamar fan, I'm going to slap you.
Well, no, I've been not a Lamar hater, but
hey,
I've had him lower.
Speak of the devil.
I've had him lower than a lot of people, I think, especially in Dynasty rankings. I think I've been a little bit too low on Lamar Jackson with where I have him ranked.
Oh,
I think I've had him. No, I think I've had him a little bit too low. I've been doubting his ability to be accurate. I've been doubting the Ravens offense, but I mean, don't get me wrong. His completions percentage this past year wasn't great at it was like 64.4%, but it wasn't bottom of the barrel in the league either. I don't think he's as bad of a passer as I was trying to say. And I think his reality probably lives somewhere between this season and his MVP season, which makes a very good dynasty quarterback with his legs. So I think I was a little bit too low on Lamar Jackson.
I completely agree with what you said. I think his reality lies between his MVP season and this previous season. And that kind of season is a very good season still. So yeah, I think he probably fell a little too far here. If quarterbacks are going to go there.
JF, you said naturally because you're a Browns fan. Hey, I take that bias out of it. I don't have a problem with the Ravens. It's the Steelers I don't like. But there's some great players on the Steelers as well.
So just to sum up round 4 real fast, we're in the middle of round 5. We had Rashad Bateman, followed by Russell Wilson, Chris Carson, Kyle Pitts, Darren Waller, Juju Smith-Schuster, Mark Andrews, Chuba Hubbard, Deshaun Watson, Trevor Lawrence, Chase Claypool, Brandon Ayuk, Kenny Galladay, Kareem Hunt, Dak Prescott, and Adam Thielen. Man, these rounds are long with 16 teams. John Luke, I love your pick of Robert Woods right there.
I'm really going like you said, Josh. You nailed it. I'm going year 1 win.
Yep, and you've got a great starting basis, I would say, for it. That second running back's probably going to be tough, but I have faith in you.
I feel like a lot of people
shoot.
Exactly. I agree with you completely.
I mean, most people got at least one, but
your wide receivers are loaded compared to most teams.
David Mendelson is a stinker.
Let it be known.
AJ Dillon.
Yep,
wow.
That's where I was going with this pick, and now I'm not. Hunter right there, Hunter Schmid, he grabbed Devonta Smith in the 5th round, which with where the other rookie wide receivers went in front of him, I feel like that was great value on Smith.
Yeah. With like you said, with where the other rookies are going, I think it's great value. Julio Jones is good value there. I mean, if you're going to try to win year 1, probably. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean that Chris Carson, Julio Jones back-to-back pick.
Could be
definitely a year 1 type move.
Yeah. Hopefully Chris Carson signs somewhere, solid. I'm hoping it personally. I've got him on 2 dynasty teams personally. So
LaVisca.
I went with Visca right there. And then I'm trying to decide what to do with this pick, and I can't think for very long.
Wow, Visca and Shark going in the same round. I'm not saying they shouldn't.
Somewhere.
I dropped Gainwell here as my second running back.
Damn you.
It was between him, Kenyon, Drake, and Ronald Jones. I'm going with a little bit of upside right here. I feel like I know what to expect from those other 2 guys. And they're a little bit older. I'm taking some upside with this rookie pick, and it could not pan out. It could ruin my team, especially with how shallow running back's going to be on the waiver wire in a league like this, but I'm going for it.
Yeah, Gainwell, I think he's a good dynasty pick. I'm nervous about him making a splash in year 1, but hey, it's a dynasty league. Take your shots. I think he needs a good situation to be successful.
I don't love my team construction so far, if we're being honest. Because I feel like guys like Travis Kelce and Ezekiel Elliott are win now players. They're like win year 1, and then I've got guys like Rashad Bateman, Kenneth Gainwell, who are probably hold a year, like build players. It's good to go one way or the other.
I got some advice for you. You know what makes trading fun? Fantasy. I'm joking. If you want to have fun in your fantasy league, make some trades. Get rid of Ezekiel Elliott.
Jalen Hurts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 10th quarterback off the board. What do you guys think about Jalen Hurts as the 10th overall dynasty quarterback being taken?
Reach. Yeah, it's a reach. It's too high for me.
Detroit Beastie said in the sleeper chat. He said Gaskin, Rojo, and Moss are best available. Oh boy. These 16 teams get shallow quick.
It looks like a lot of people were hoping that AJ Dillon fell to them too, So you guys weren't on that one. So good job, Hunter. Was it Hunter?
No, it was David.
David. Yeah, you said that. Yeah. And to sum up round 5, we had, let me just maximize this real fast. We had Cooper Kupp, followed by Jerry Jeudy, TJ Hawkinson, Lamar Jackson, finally, right? Deontay Johnson, DJ Chark, Rondell Moore, Cortland Sutton, Braylon Hurd, Robert Woods, Joe Burrow, Devontae Smith, AJ Dillon, Julio Jones, Tyler Lockett, Visca Chenault. Let's go.
Let's go.
And JL, look at that. Leonard Fournette. Yeah, I like it. I think with running back being so thin, he is a perfect person to take right there. You know, he signs with the right team. He could be a top 12 running back next year.
Yeah, I mean, we started to see those flashes of old Leonard Fournette, and I'm hoping that he can tap into that.
Yeah, playoff Lenny, right?
Playoff Lenny, right? And with the year 1 team, like I'm perfectly fine going Leonard Fournette here.
It looks like Brady's trying to make a call on who you're going to pick there, JL. I don't want to ruin anything.
DJ's going for Aaron Rodgers. Yep, old squad.
Yeah,
Tom Brady's next.
Well, you're one win, right?
Ronald Jones. Chiefs chick is making their call on a bunch of rookies they like, it looks like. A little bit against consensus on these rookie rankings, but we don't even know their landing spots yet. So I don't hate calling your shot.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like that's exactly how I draft in rookie drafts. Maybe not like that high, but I just go so rookie heavy. Even redraft leagues.
Oh, there goes Waddle.
Waddle.
Yeah. Someone already mentioned it. I'm not sure who it was, but in terms of rookie wide receivers, he is one of my favorites. So,
man,
it was probably a good pick.
It just seems bizarre seeing, like, look at the 5 wide receivers in a row. Jalen Reagor, Tyler Boyd, OBJ, Jalen Waddle, Will Fuller. You know what like to have OBJ in the middle of those 5 players. That's, man, this is value falling.
I feel like whoever, like, you could be on both sides of that and be shocked by that. Be like, wow, OBJ there, way too high. Or OBJ there.
Yeah. Great point.
Swamp Crab and all the Browns wide receivers.
We'll see about Odell, right?
Yeah, I was about to say we will see about Odell.
So to sum up round 6, we had Kenneth Gainwell followed by Damian Harris, Kenyon Drake, Michael Pittman, Jalen Hurts, Noah Fant, Leonard Fournette. I have trouble pronouncing his first name. Tamian Harry, Tamarian, right? It's Tamarian. I think it's
Tamarian.
Terry. Tamarian.
Just text him and ask him how you pronounce his name.
Tamarian, I believe.
Jeez.
Michael Carter, Justin Fields, Jalen Reagor, Tyler Boyd, Ronald Jones, Odell Beckham, Jalen Waddle, Will Fuller. Good value on Will Fuller, honestly. You know, if he can have a decent quarterback throwing him the ball, like he's got all the talent in the world, just tiny hands.
Just little baby hands and a little brittle body.
There goes Baker. I was wondering when Baker was going to go. I was hoping he would fall to me.
Baker's a good pick there.
I agree.
He proved a lot to me last year, personally.
Over the second half of the season, especially. Like, he did not look good in the first half. But I also think that's a fine spot for Justin Fields. I have no problem with Justin Fields there. A couple rounds after Trevor Lawrence. We'll see. And grabbing both of those rookie quarterbacks, man, we know Trevor Lawrence is going to hit, but you might have 2 stud quarterbacks again. NBA wants to know, did I smash this draft again? Do you like my first 2 running backs plus 4 wide receivers?
Been paying attention to who's drafting who. James Robinson.
Actually, it's a pretty damn good team, NBA.
NBA, like, yeah, no, you normally come in here confident, all the confidence in the world, but actually this might be one of my favorite teams I've seen from you, especially a 16-team league.
Ooh, people are starting to double up on quarterbacks, Jail, and you and I are sitting here without one.
Totally fine with it.
Me too.
I really like NBA. Hey, NBA, good job.
Detroit Beastie says rookie fever. We've got rookie fever too. I mean, I can't help it. I love drafting rookies.
Dynasty league too, you know. So
who knows what they could become? That's my favorite part about rookies. It's all upside. There goes Gesicki.
You know what I learned right before we did this draft? Right before we started streaming, it's National Margarita Day. Apparently.
What?
Well. I have a pina colada flavored drink that's kind of like a margarita.
I literally
all brought margaritas to the
3
stream.
minutes before today, like the stream started, Kevin, my roommate, told me, and I was like, "Oh no, I don't." I thought I had enough time to make it. Maybe I didn't. So I have my tea that I made like a loser.
Sean doesn't have a QB yet either. Josh, if you think I couldn't throw a margarita together in 3 minutes, you're wrong. It would be makeshift. It probably wouldn't be very good, but I could have had a margarita ready in 3 minutes.
That's the
It would have
problem,
just been the
Simon.
mix. It would have just
That's
straight
the
been the
problem.
straight.
I don't
mix
even
in the
have
glass.
mix. It would have been like
Tequila.
pre-squeezed lime juice with tequila.
I could have done that too, but I am
Simon's like, move out of my way.
margarita. What's the word I'm looking for? Aficionado? No, snob. Yes, I need a good margarita. I don't drink that shit margaritas. All right.
Josh, you got to get down to San Antonio, and I'll take you to my favorite margarita place. They do them
I
real
love
good.
Mexican food and margaritas. So
I got you. That's
Texas
the right.
Texas and Mexico are your spots.
All right, I'm in. It's literally my favorite beverage is a margarita. I love tequila, and then Mexican food's like some of my favorite food out there.
Taco, just so good in Austin.
And I live in Maryland. So we don't really get authentic stuff as much. Some play, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the pick I wanted. Rookie fever, baby. This 30 seconds is messing with me.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm going to sum up the 7th round. We're getting into the 8th now. The first pick of the 7th round was Melvin Gordon, followed by Myles Gaskins, Jarvis Landry, Tua Tagovailoa, Deebo Samuel, Baker Mayfield, Tylan Wallace, Ryan Tannehill, Mike Gesicki, Henry Ruggs, Brandon Cooks, James Conner, Raheem Mostert, Marquise Brown, Denzel Mims, Trey Sermon, and Simon's first pick of the 8th round was Corey Davis. I love it, Simon. I actually do. I think Corey Davis, if he runs up in the right situation, he's got all the talent in the world.
I agree. In a 16-team league right there, I was looking at all the names, and there's Robbie Anderson. There's a bunch of rookies that I'm not too hyped about. Devontae Parker, Michael Gallup. I was thinking, who's got the most upside right here if they land in the right spot? And the answer was Corey Davis for me. And that's
now I would have loved to get Denzel Mims.
Yes,
too.
I was hoping that one of.
Yeah, I was pissed he got taken there.
God, those 4 guys that went, those 4 wide receivers that went right before, I was really planning on taking one of them. Like those exact 4 guys: Henry Ruggs, Brandon Cooks, Marquise Brown, Denzel Mims. One of those 4 guys was going to be on my team, and then they weren't.
To be honest with you, all of these guys are uber values in my mind. All these wide receivers, even Corey Davis, like Curtis Samuel could end up being that too. Darnell Minute, Robbie Anderson. This is some valuable place for wide receiver, I think.
Hunter or Schmidt thinks Robbie Anderson will be a top 5 wide receiver when Deshaun gets traded to Carolina, not with DJ Moore in the way. But I think Robbie Anderson could if Deshaun Watson ends up in Carolina, Robbie Anderson's going to be great next year.
He'll be a top 20 receiver, I bet.
I'd make a bet right now, DJ Moore over Robbie Anderson next year, if they both play at least 12 games.
DJ Moore over Robbie Anderson?
Yeah, 100% for next season.
If Deshaun goes there, just in general.
I'd say in general, but especially if Deshaun goes there.
I honestly think it helps Robbie Anderson a little bit more if Deshaun goes there.
Yeah, it helps everyone on that team if Deshaun goes there.
It does. It absolutely does. I think DJ Moore benefits by having a younger check down quarterback a little bit more, Does that make sense a little bit? Maybe?
I feel what you're saying.
So I think that DJ Moore probably will have a better season than Robbie Anderson next year. Probably.
That's a player I need to really dig into this offseason because last year, that was one of my biggest misses. I had him as the number 4 overall wide receiver last year, and I was very confident about it. I need to see if I just misread it entirely or if there was something else going on, and if that's still how I feel going into this year. I could very well see the reality where I dig back into it and I double down on that take, but I don't want to make that jump yet.
Looks like Jay is really pumped about getting Chase Edmonds at 8.6 is a steal considering he could be the starter in Arizona, and you're not wrong yet. You're not wrong. I think there's a 30% chance of that happening. So that's pretty big.
And even if he's not, I think he's a valuable piece to have.
Because he's a good 3rd down back. He can catch the football. And
he's not like Tony Pollard. He will play even when Kenyon Drake is healthy.
And Tony Pollard has Zeke to deal with, and
that's what I'm saying. Like Tony Pollard's not really valuable at all unless Zeke is out. Chase Edmonds has standalone value.
I don't know. I feel like they might use Pollard a little bit more this season now that they've seen. Yeah, I don't think that he'll be relegated to just injury duty.
I don't think he'll be startable ever.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he'll be startable or Yeah, it depends on what your definition of startable is.
Let's say Drake.
You might have big games.
Let's say you've got Edmonds and Pollard on your bench, and you have to fill out a flex spot, and Drake and Elliott are both playing. Ignore matchup. Let's say matchup is about equal. Are you throwing Edmonds or Pollard in your flex?
Edmonds.
Pollard.
You're putting Pollard in your flex over Edmonds with Elliott on the field?
Not that crazy. About Pollard had a great year. Listen. I think there's a much better chance that Edmonds could straight up steal the job from Kenyon Drake. That's not happening with Tony Pollard and Zeke. It's just not. Zeke's going to get the majority of carries if he's healthy. Now, but I do think that Pollard can have a game or two in there where he's worth a start. For sure.
Sean said he was not trying to pick Aaron Rodgers. Well, that's not a bad quarterback to grab in the 9th round of a 16-team league. You're totally fine there. That's about as good as the auto picks get.
Never talked to L. You got Stafford. It wasn't Aaron Rodgers you were after, JL. It was Stafford.
Stafford, yeah.
Nice. I like
Same
it.
guy.
He's going to light it up next year, honestly, with the Rams.
Man, 2 teams left without a quarterback. I'm pulling a JL. I'm going to be the last guy standing. NBA says, what would Houston get from Carolina? Robbie plus McCaffrey plus a first round. I don't think they want Robbie if they get rid of Watson, if we're being honest.
Or draft capital, probably.
I think they probably want 3 first round picks.
Yeah. To sum up the 8th round, we had Corey Davis by Simon there. Nice pick. Curtis Samuel, Hunter Henry. Let's see where he winds up. Could be a great pick. Darnell Mooney, Robbie Anderson, Chase Edmonds, Matthew Stafford, Devin Singletary, St. Brown. I've heard a lot of hype about the rookie St. Brown. All right. I think he could be great. Tony Pollard, Cole Kmet, Zach Moss, Pat Freemuth. I can't pronounce that name. Someone help me. Russell Gage. Darnell Anderson. No, I'm joking. Darrell Henderson and JD McKissick. I like it, boys. I like it. Russell Gage. There's some value there.
I think Evan Ingram fell way too far, if we're being honest. Like, I don't love him, but some of the guys going ahead of him.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
I think that was great value by AJ there to grab Evan Ingram. David Johnson.
JL, you like Nyheim Hines there, huh? I like him.
I need some running back depth, and yeah, I think Nyheim Hines is talented enough. He way outperformed his ADP this year.
Yeah, no doubt.
Josh, Alex is giving you a lesson on how to pronounce it.
Muth. Is it Muth?
So keep saying it.
Fryermuth. I'm gonna have to do some deeper research into Pat Fryermuth.
Ooh, nailed it.
And then we just had the 9th round end. The 9th round started with Aaron Rodgers, followed by Dallas Goedert, Cousins, Brevin Jordan, Irv Smith, Anthony McFarland, Jamal Williams, Evan Ingram, Todd Gurley, Nyheim Hines, Devontae Parker, Zach Wilson, Jared Goff, David Johnson, Jonnu Smith, and Alexander Madison by Simon, following it up with the first pick of our last round today, Gabriel Davis. I love it, Simon. Love it.
With upside there, if John Brown leaves or is no longer on that team next year, I think he steps right up into that wide receiver 2 role. And then Alexander Madison, again, if anything happens with Dalvin Cook, he's stellar. And then if or when Dalvin Cook leaves or Madison leaves, I think he's a starting caliber player.
Not draft a quarterback on purpose? I mean, you brought it up coming in.
Yeah, I like the value of these other positions better. There's plenty. Every other team has a quarterback, and there's still
This is a
Matt
truncated
Ryan,
draft.
Daniel Jones, Derek Carr, Trey Lance, Mac Jones, Teddy Bridgewater, Sam Darnold, Ben Roethlisberger, Taysom Hill, Jameis Winston. Like, it's a little bit picked over. I probably would wait another 2-3 rounds before drafting a quarterback because I waited so long.
And I mean, like, you see what Jay Few did there. You drafted Tom Brady in the last round. I like this concept, but if we did more rounds, you probably could have gotten Tom Brady a couple rounds later.
Yeah.
Would have done that.
It happens with this truncated draft because it seems like it's the end. But yeah, if this is a real league, you'd keep going.
Absolutely. Oh, a Marshawn Lynch pick in there, Jay. Interesting. You think it's actually a chance, or are you having some fun there?
Hey, never say never for Marshawn. He does what he wants.
Marshawn comeback season.
He's an owner in the fan controlled football league, I believe. I think he's one of the team owners. Have you guys watched that at all?
No.
I watched a little bit of the Twitch stream replay last time, and it's actually pretty cool. It's 7v7. The fans call all of the plays and draft the teams entirely every week. Certain teams get to like lock certain players. So there's certain players that stay on the team, but then the fans pick for every team. And there's like superpowers as well that players can earn throughout the week. Like after a touchdown scored, they don't do extra points. It's like a one-on-one drill where like the quarterback has to throw it to a wide receiver who's one-on-one against a corner. And like I know last week there was a superpower where they got to redo it, where he was like, okay, didn't get it, redo, and they get to use their superpowers. It was actually pretty fun. But it's long. It was hard to watch.
We just finished this draft.
Nailed it.
I'm proud of us. Let me just sum up the final round. We had Gabriel Davis. Love the pick, Simon. Jeff Wilson, Tom Brady, Kadarius Toney, Robert Tonyan. We got some interesting names there. Marshawn Lynch, Mike Williams, Nelson Aguilar. I love the value of Nelson Aguilar. Rahamondre Stevenson, Elijah Mitchell, Harrison Bryant, Terrence Marshall, Keyshawn Vaughn, Gus Edwards, Michael Gallup, Cole Beasley. We got some good teams here, guys. I'm excited to go through these teams and actually find the ones I like the most.
Yeah, absolutely. And tomorrow we'll do a breakdown, or maybe not tomorrow. We've got some guests coming on tomorrow, so we might not do this on tomorrow's stream. Maybe Wednesday we'll do a breakdown of our favorite teams in here and kind of talk about what we like about them, what we don't. But yeah, I know this was only 10 rounds. We probably could have gone one or two more, but I wasn't sure with the 16 teams how long it was actually going to take. And I didn't want to keep you guys for like an hour and a half. So I accounted for worst case scenario. Worst case scenario with 16 teams for 10 rounds was about an hour and 20 minutes. So I put that right there.
16
Yeah, Brady said, I just learned that a 16-team league would be super fun.
I want to do one now. I've done a couple 14-team leagues. I want to get in one of these now.
Let's do. You know what? Let's do it. I don't want to make the full commitment for us, but I'm leaning towards our listener league next year being a 16-team redraft league. Sean, so you're just gonna skip my questions, jabronis? That's
on Josh. Simon and I were joshing. We were drafting.
They were joshing so hard.
We were joshing also.
Russell Wilson sacked 394 times since 2012, most in the NFL. How offensive line heavy do you think the Seahawks go in the draft? Also, if Rashad Penny is week one starter at RB, what kind of season for him?
Yeah. So first of all, your first point, Seahawks should go very offensive line heavy in the draft.
We mentioned at the top of the show that one of their linemen just retired.
I think they should go extremely offensive line heavy. They need a better offensive line, and if they're going to keep Russell Wilson, that's what he's going to want, I would assume. In terms of Rashad Penny, you say if he's the starter week one, what kind of season do you see for him? I don't think he's necessarily going to be. He might be the starter week one, but I'm not holding out hope for Rashad Penny. It might turn out to be him, but there's so much controversy. Like I think they'll bring in someone else. I think that's more than likely. So we'll see. But if he's the starter, I wouldn't get too excited. Personally.
Yeah, I've wanted Rashad Penny to be the guy for so long. I'm just not holding out hope anymore. If it happens, it's great. I still have him on my bench. He's been keeping that seat warm for so long.
First round NFL draft pick, Rashad Penny, but. Yeah.
Stephen B asked, did anybody draft beer?
Steven, shut the hell up.
Is there a player named Beer that I don't know about?
Mm-hmm.
Is there?
Yeah.
I think you just wanted to say draft beer.
Timmy McD says, just got a chance to join the stream. If anyone ever asked me to join a 16-team Dynasty League, I'd run for the hills. Me too.
A 16-team Dynasty League could be tough. But maybe
I just feel like I would just constantly be anxious. Like that my team was just going to fall apart.
Yeah. You're like one or two injuries away from like having no one on your team a lot.
Yeah, not fielding an active roster.
I think if we did it, it would have to be super shallow rosters, like a quarterback, one running back, one wide receiver, and then maybe like two flex or three flex, and a tight end. Like give some flexibility with who you're starting as well. Just make it like that.
Just like a person coming into fantasy, they would start with redraft and then get into dynasty. Most likely, maybe a 16-team redraft league's the place to start. I don't know.
But I just learned that if you ever have a draft timer 30 seconds, he's leaving the league. Oh my God. I would never do that. Yeah, I would hate that.
My home league has done a 30-second draft timer before, and it's made me want to jump off a cliff.
Honestly, the longer amount of time without being an a-hole, the better. Give people time to figure out their draft picks.
Yeah, completely agree.
You want everyone to be happy with their team, and the only way to ensure that is you give them adequate time to feel comfortable with the person they're picking.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I mean, a lot of our dynasty startups are, slow drafts, and that's exactly how I like it. I like to take my sweet time, think about things.
You more than most, JL.
Oh yeah. I like to load up the pipe, sit in my smoking jacket, and ruminate on my choices.
Especially if it's a dynasty league too. You got to commit to this team for years. You don't want to feel forced into drafting these players. Like we've done these mock drafts, and quite a few times just doing the mock drafts, I'm disappointed with my team because I feel rushed, and so it is what it is. Either be uber prepared for it, or I am, but
yeah.
Do it live if you can. One of my favorite, I loved our live dynasty draft that we did for our league. That was so much fun. I wish we could do our rookie draft live every year. Just adds another element. Yeah, when I came up to Baltimore and we did the live draft. Brady asked the question. Brady, if I was a little quiet the last couple minutes because I was trying to figure this out as well. I saw your question in Sleeper Chat. Anyone know who Braylon Hurd is, the 5'9" pick? What I'm seeing whenever I Google that name is he was a Kentucky running back that declared for the draft 6 years ago. In 2015. So I'm having trouble. Maybe I'm just completely out of the loop on who he is. Maybe there's a second Braylon Hurd entering the NFL, but that's what I was trying to look up. But
26. There's nothing on this player. Was that random?
Absolutely nothing.
That's so funny. Maybe meant to draft someone else.
Yeah, maybe. Is there another Hurd in the NFL?
You heard with Purd. I don't know. I can't look at the board.
Yeah, that's very strange. Anyway.
The right Tim says 10 seconds or bust.
Shut up, Tim.
Tim's just all about chaos.
Busts in 10 seconds.
He wants to...
Oh, God.
Swamp agrees with Tim. Swamp always agrees with Tim, unless it's video game takes.
Yeah, Final Fantasy versus Smash Bros.
Good call on Paris Campbell.
So Jay Wall was saying he would take Paris Campbell instead of Marshawn Lynch.
Drafted. Yeah, I was looking for where he was drafted, and I couldn't find him.
He was saying he took Marshawn Lynch in the last round, but really his pick would have been Paris Campbell. He was just throwing Marshawn on the team as just having some fun. Yeah, I don't mind Paris Campbell there. We'll see. I'm really curious what that team looks like next year.
Was Paris Campbell still on the board?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a good draft pick. You just don't know who's going to be Wentz's guy, right?
Yeah, I like him though. I think he's still got talent.
And I could be wrong. So I guess they got Michael Pittman, Paris Campbell,
T.Y. Hilton.
Always like throwing to his tight ends, right?
I don't know.
Does he like throwing to his tight ends, or were his options limited and the tight end was his best option in Philly?
That's my question. Do you think it improves the outlook for the Colts tight ends? I know there's quite a few of them, but I'm trying to determine who.
I don't know. I'm not ready to make that assumption because you know what? You know who else loves throwing to his tight ends? Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers has always loved throwing to his tight end. So I'm not sure that Carson Wentz coming in is like a more tight end friendly quarterback than Phillip Rivers was. So I don't know. That's a good thought, and it definitely could be, but I'm not ready to elevate those guys because Carson Wentz is coming to town. We shall see, though. Which tight end on that team do you like the best? If you're drafting one Colts tight end, which one are you taking?
None of them.
Doyle, probably. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I brought up this point. I'm not drafting any Colts tight ends in pretty much any format right now. A really deep dynasty league, maybe. But if they address the tight end position in some kind of way, maybe that player is very valuable. Maybe.
Does Carson Wentz hurt or help Jonathan Taylor's value? Brady says slightly hurt, but barely. Yeah, Josh, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to say it helps it, and I'm not going to say by a ton. I think we talked about this on another episode, but my line of thinking is I do think his pass volume goes down slightly with Carson Wentz coming to town. I don't think Carson Wentz is as likely to dump off to Jonathan Taylor or Nyheim Hines as Phillip Rivers was.
If his dump off passes are as bad as they were this past season, then it's probably good for him then, because he was not accurate at all.
Oh, I thought you were saying Jonathan Taylor. You were saying Phillip Rivers.
No. Carson Wentz's dump off passes. He was not accurate at all on check passes or dump offs.
Yeah. I do think the offense moves a little bit better with Carson Wentz. Like, I do. I'm not sure how much of an improvement it is, but I expect this offense to be a little bit better next year, which for a running back, that increases scoring opportunities. So I'm going to say it's a slight uptick in Jonathan Taylor's value going into next season.
And they don't have Phillip Rivers anyway. So it's like Carson Wentz or what, right? So it's I think Jonathan Taylor's going to have a great year next year still. I
agree. What do you guys think about him being the number 2 dynasty running back off the board right here? Do you agree with that? Disagree with that? Who would you put it to?
I probably couldn't do it personally. I probably would pick Saquon Barkley, but I'm a fan personally. And Jonathan Taylor might be my 3rd. Dalvin Cook deserves to be in this conversation, but Jonathan Taylor 4th at least, so it's not reaching. It's where he deserves to be.
Yeah, I agree.
I wouldn't have done it either. I would even put Kamara in after Saquon.
Oh yeah. Kamara. That's like right where I'd start debating it. I would go Christian, Saquon, probably Dalvin Cook, and then it's like Kamara, Taylor. Yeah.
Brady's making a bold take here. JT will be the number 1 running back in Dynasty by the time the season starts.
I think the hype's getting up there, but I don't think he'll pass Christian McCaffrey.
I don't think he can. Yeah, I'm trying to imagine like what would have to happen in order for him to pass Christian McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey gets in like a life-threatening car accident. Knock on wood, please don't happen. But like something that like knocks him out permanently. Then
like arthritis in the knees.
Christian McCaffrey's like leg gets bitten off by a shark. Then Jonathan Taylor will be the number 1.
If Christian McCaffrey is not available week 1.
Yeah, but
in Dynasty, you still think if he's just not available week 1?
Yeah. So JT will be the number 1 running back in Dynasty by the time the season starts. So what qualifies that? Like average draft position?
Yeah, I'm guessing he means ADP.
Yeah, ADP.
Yeah. If Christian McCaffrey isn't available week 1, I bet like Jonathan shoots up there.
Interesting. I guess that makes sense.
Because I'm worried about his like durability or something.
Injury prone.
That dumb tag. Yeah, I don't know. I think in a lot of these rankings, people are forgetting how great Saquon Barkley is. I see him all the way down to like 6, 7, or 8 in a lot of rankings, like Dynasty RB rankings, but I still have him at number 2, I believe. Sean wants to know if CMC goes to the Texans, would that bump JT ahead of CMC?
Enough to do it, and they lose Deshaun Watson, right?
Yeah, then that's not going to happen, right? That trade.
I don't see any world where the Texans think like, "Yep, let's build around Christian McCaffrey." Like we have nothing else. We have no offensive line. We lost our franchise quarterback.
Hey, the Giants did it.
Yeah, I mean, and how's that working out for them? I mean, I guess they almost made the playoffs, but so did every team in the NFC East.
They had their injuries obviously affected that, but
and their quarterback play.
I agree. I think it wasn't a great move because it was like they should have been rebuilding and then they just decided not to. So,
yep, agreed. Cool. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the Dynasty ADP shapes out going up to the season. I'm curious where a lot of these rookies land. I'm excited for the NFL draft. I know we still got a little bit of time, but it's time that we probably need to start looking into these rookies a bit more so we can do a rookie draft on stream. make sure we're all up to speed, and we can give a little bit more information and insight on our takes on these rookies.
I've been starting.
Yeah, I'm already started.
Same. I've started. I know we haven't had much talk on the rookies outside of the quarterbacks. I think we've talked about the quarterbacks quite a bit, but the running backs and wide receivers, we haven't had much conversation on. So that'll be fun. We'll probably do a rookie mock draft coming up either next week or the week after that for all you guys. And I was thinking for rookie mock drafts, whenever we do one, we could probably do 2 in one episode, 3 rounds, a super flex one and a non-super flex one. So 6 rounds total, 2 rookie drafts.
Pretty cool. That's pretty cool to
Rookie
me.
drafts.
You know, wait to draft Braylon Hurd. I'll tell you that much.
Oh my God, RB1.
I'm looking into I'm going to figure that out.
I don't know if there's much to figure out.
Yeah, Kentucky, they churn out running backs. So
In 2015. Tyler, I think we skipped this one. He said 16 teams is a lot. It changes things.
Is Daryl Henderson from Kentucky? Am I right there? Am I just making that
I
up?
don't know.
I feel like I remember Kentucky running back recently.
Daryl Henderson played for Memphis.
Memphis. They're the same thing.
I was going to say similar colors, both from a southern state that touch each other.
Yeah.
Tennessee, Kentucky. No, the states are touching on the map.
Sure.
Yeah, we're cutting that clip and we're putting that out on Twitter for sure.
Daryl Henderson is from a state that touches each other. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, guys. Josh, I don't know if you have anything you want to say before we jump off.
There's one thing. That trading makes fantasy fun if you're in a dynasty league, like the league we just drafted, a 16-team league. You got to do trades. You got to make a team better. It's probably harder to do trades the bigger the leagues, but whatever, do them. Because it makes
Brady wants to know, the question is, can FYF lead the charts to push Braylon Hurd's ADP into the top 10 rounds across all dynasty leagues?
All right, let's get #Hurd trending. Let's do it.
Everyone put out your rookie rankings this week on Twitter. Put Hurd at number 1. Refuse to answer questions on it.
Twitter.
Be really inflammatory whenever people ask you why he's number 1, and we'll get it trending.
You know that.
All right.
Put him number 2 yet.
Okay, you can do 2. Yeah.
You know, a couple of people are going to see it and be like, "Oh God, oh no, I missed one," and they throw Braden Hurd or whatever into their rankings and just not even check it.
Oh, get to know his name, man. He's the number 1.
Brady Hurd, yeah. Sorry.
So,
Amorion, Fryer move.
Jail, did you want to announce who we got coming on the show this week, or at least tomorrow? Let people know what's coming up
tomorrow
on the show.
Follow our Twitter. You'll see.
You're not going to tell anyone on here? Okay. Yeah, follow us on Twitter, guys. We got a bunch of guests coming on this week. It's going to be a fun week show-wise. So if you check our Twitter, you can see what's coming up. 3 p.m. Eastern every day. Also, if you want to make sure you don't miss it, there's 2 places you can do that. You can subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Twitch. You'll get notifications if you turn them on, letting you know every time we go live, which is at 3 p.m. Eastern every day, 2 p.m. Central. I know you're watching Z2. I'm in Central Time as well. Don't want to forget about you. You can tune in, and we got a lot of fun games coming this week. Some poll perception, maybe some fantasy feud. We haven't played that one in a little while. Some Quiplash, some brackets. It's going to be a good week.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait.
Awesome. Unless you guys got anything else,
nothing.
We can head out.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, guys. Forgot the outro video.